Join me at the lectern. Jenny Hua is the daughter of Min and Haiwa Hua. After beginning preschool in China and her early elementary years in Arizona and Pennsylvania, Jenny completed grades 5 through 12 in the school district of Cape Girardeau. Upon being graduated from Cape Central, Jenny will attend Washington University in St. Louis, where she will study chemistry in preparation for medical school. Jenny's most valued co-curricular activities at Central have been orchestra and cross-country, especially hiking 14 miles during last summer's cross-country trip to Colorado, Coach Hahn. From the courses she has completed, Jenny has found chemistry to be the most interesting, just because it clicked. Appropriately, Jenny identified Mrs. Kathy Wright, retired chemistry teacher, and Mr. Tim Stroder, who currently teaches chemistry at Central, as two of the teachers who've had the greatest impact on her life. Actually, Mr. Stroder, Jenny's exact words were, "You were brand new, but good." In addition, Jenny paid tribute to Mr. Steve Schaffner, with whom she spent 6 years in orchestra because he was always patient and helpful and calming. When I asked Jenny about her most cherished memory from high school, she cited her recollection of making her many entrances as concert mistress of our Cape Central Orchestra. Well, Jenny, that will be one of my fondest memories of you as well, for I did enjoy watching you make that authoritative but always elegant entrance almost as much as you enjoyed making that entrance before each of our orchestra concerts. Ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorian of the class of 2008, Jennifer Hua.
Just a couple months ago, I, like any other senior, was working frantically on various college and scholarship applications. The prompt for one of these essays was to describe yourself and your plans for the future in 500 words or less. I sat in front of my laptop totally confused. I had no idea. How could I simply sum up my plans for the future in a designated number of words? There was so much going through my mind, I almost had no way of organizing it all. It seemed that the scariest thing in my life right then was my future. Not much has changed since then. Sure, I know what college I'm going to and perhaps a major as well, but still, the future scares me. It might read on my face that I'm completely ready to leave high school behind, but truthfully, a part of me still wants to stay with it. I moved to the United States when I was 4 and started preschool in Tucson, Arizona. I don't remember much of my 2 years there, but my parents bring it up every now and then. Apparently, I was the only preschooler who didn't cry on the first day of school. I was also the only preschooler who knew absolutely no English, but decided to participate in everything anyway. My mom says this is a good example of how brave I was and how accepting I was of my new environment. But all I have to say is, hopefully my first day of college will be just as successful as my preschool days. I guess the point I'm trying to make is, if a preschooler can do it, I think we can all do it. Now, success is an uplifting yet confusing word. What does it really mean? What can really determine your success? I finally decided, after these 4 years of high school, that there isn't just one definition for this puzzling word. For me, I feel that success has a definition that only develops with time. For example, when I was 2, my parents asked what I wanted to do when I got older. I replied that my dream in life was to be able to touch my feet to the ground while at the dinner table. Of course, being 2 at the time, that would have been quite the success. Obviously, my definition of success now is slightly different, but still quite incomplete. I believe that I will build up to my desired success through college, tough courses, people I meet, and many other challenges that I will eventually take. Finishing high school has already started to help me define my own success. So, as you can see, I still have no concrete definition of success. However, I know it will come with time, and we, as the class of 2008, will all discover our own true meaning of success one step at a time. Even though each of us has a different definition of success in mind, our class as a whole is still remarkably connected. Everyone will have different and specific memories from high school. However, just because mine include pretzel making, princess parties, cruising in the bug, and not to mention the 447 here we goes, yes, Laura kept count, throughout the year from the wonderful Mrs. Shelton in AP Calculus, we, as the class of 2008, will still share one common and powerful memory, our 4 years of being a Cape Central Tiger. Now, at this point in my speech, I had planned to make a short and concise conclusion and congratulate the graduates on their unprecedented success, whatever that word really means to you. But then, of all things, an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond popped in my mind. Ray had forgotten to thank Deborah, his wife, in his acceptance speech for his honorary degree. I did not want to repeat Ray's mistake. So, I would like to take this moment now to thank some extremely special people to me. First, to Laura and Heather, who have probably been my best friends since the 6th grade and have shared every laugh with me ever since. Second, to all my teachers, who have been so willing to help and guide me these 4 years of high school. And lastly, I would like to thank my parents, who have put up with me these past 17 years. You have given me more support than I could ever ask for, and I thank you for absolutely everything that you have done. I've read that to write and present a good speech, you must end with a strong and motivational closing. I thought long and hard for a worthy quote or even a funny and powerful anecdote, but truthfully, nothing came to mind. Maybe it's because I'm already sure that our class will only have farther and better places to go after today's commencement. Or maybe it's also because I believe our level of motivation is already high. But regardless of my reason, I'd like to conclude with this. Remember high school. Even if it is only the starting block of our future, it is also the beginning of our desired success. Are you ready to define your own success? I am. Thank you.
I am now pleased to ask our Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Patricia Fanger, to join me at the lectern. And before I proceed, Mrs. Fanger, I want to take an opportunity. You have had an unusual school year that you could not have anticipated when it started. Please understand, on behalf of the students, faculty, and staff at Cape Central High School, we think you have done a superb job, and we thank you every day for the leadership that you have